Welcome to 5-Minute Bedtime Stories, brought to you by TaleBot, your child's AI storyteller. Want to create a bedtime story for your child? Visit talebotai.com/create. Now, let's sit back and enjoy the story.
Sloane and the Enchanted Garden, a magical nighttime adventure. A special bedtime story for Sloane. Once upon a time, in a cozy little house nestled in a quiet neighborhood, lived a curious and imaginative little girl named Sloane. Sloane had the most beautiful blue eyes that sparkled like diamonds, and her smile could brighten up even the gloomiest of days. Every evening, before bedtime, Sloane's parents would read her marvelous stories filled with unicorns, dragons, and magical lands. Sloane loved these stories, and she always dreamed of going on her very own adventure. One night, as Sloane lay in bed, her room was bathed in the soft glow of the moonlight filtering through her curtains. She wished with all her might to visit a place where anything was possible. And just like magic, her wish was about to come true. Suddenly, with a gentle rustle, a breeze swept through the window, carrying with it a tiny golden leaf. It twirled and danced in the air before landing on Sloane's pillow. It felt warm and tingling against her cheek. Curious, Sloane picked up the leaf and held it tightly in her little hands. To her amazement, the leaf began to glow, and a shimmering portal appeared right before her eyes. It was a gateway to an enchanted garden, filled with vibrant flowers, talking animals, and friendly goblins. With her heart racing with excitement, Sloane stepped through the portal and found herself in a world she had only ever dreamed of. The garden was like a painting come to life, with flowers of every color imaginable and butterflies fluttering about. The air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming roses. As Sloane explored the garden, she stumbled upon a sad little goblin princess named Greta. Greta's tiny face was scrunched up in a frown, and her tears sparkled like tiny crystals. Sloane couldn't bear to see someone so sad, so she approached Greta with a smile. "What's wrong, little princess?" Sloane asked kindly. Greta sniffled and replied, "I'm bored, and I don't know what to do. I want to fly like the butterflies and have my own magical powers." Sloane understood how Greta felt. She wanted to help her new friend feel happy again. With a twinkle in her eye, Sloane whispered, "I have an idea. What if I could grant you a wish and give you magical powers?" Greta's eyes widened with excitement. "You can do that?" Sloane nodded, and with a wave of her tiny hand, she granted Greta's wish. In an instant, Greta's frown turned into a wide grin as she discovered she now had the power to make plants grow and animals sing. Together, Sloane and Greta explored the garden, using their newfound magic to create a world of wonder. They made the flowers bloom brighter, the birds sing sweeter melodies, and the goblins giggle with joy. But as they played, the garden started to become a bit messy. The vines tangled, and the flowers grew out of control. Sloane and Greta realized they had to find a way to clean up their magical mess. With their heads held high and hearts full of determination, they called upon the friendly animals and goblins to help. They worked together, clearing away the overgrown plants and restoring the garden to its beautiful state. At last, as the sun began to rise, Sloane and Greta stood together at the heart of the enchanted garden. They marveled at the beauty they had created and realized the true power of their imagination. With a gleam in her eye, Sloane whispered, "Thank you for being my friend, Greta. Together, we made this garden come alive." Greta smiled warmly and said, "And thank you for showing me the magic within myself." Sloane knew it was time to return home. With a bittersweet farewell, she stepped back into the portal, clutching the golden leaf in her hands. As Sloane settled into her cozy bed, she couldn't help but feel a sense of wonder and joy. She knew that even though the magical garden was far away, the memories of her adventure would stay with her forever. With dreams of enchanted gardens and new friends, Sloane drifted off to sleep, knowing that tomorrow held countless adventures just waiting to be discovered. And so, Sloane slept soundly, knowing that her heart was forever filled with the magic of her own imagination.
Thank you for joining us on this enchanting journey. If you enjoyed tonight's story, remember, the magic doesn't have to end here. Craft your own adventure with TaleBot by visiting talebotai.com/create. And as a special treat, use the coupon code TALE99 at checkout to get your bedtime story for just 99 cents, instead of the usual $2.99. Sweet dreams, and until our next tale.